What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, alright, we're coming back to DDE. Yes, indeed, DDE Fans Feeling You. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all the clicks and the likes and the bibbity boopity bop, do me a favor, before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Morten Asvog, and Morten wanted to see me react to this song by DDE, and I hope I don't butcher this too badly. The title called Blir Det Liv. Now, have I heard this song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, this sounds familiar, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Let's see, this was posted by Ristsega, sure, why not? Ristsega, all one word. And the video has 101,000 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. A link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? 'Cause here we go. All right, here we go. DDE Rompa me og Blir Det Liv. Hope I pronounced that somewhat close. Wow, we're right back where we left off. Yeah, Rompa me. Okay, yeah, I remember this video now. So this is the other song. This is the second half of the video. I see what Morten did now. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Vi skal få med hånda over hodet. Se nå. Her blir det liv. Her blir det liv. Her blir det liv. Alt for dårlig, alt for. Her blir det liv. Her blir det liv. Her blir det liv. Jeg tror du klarer det bedre. Her blir det liv. Her blir det liv. Her blir det liv. Ok, 1, 2, Endelig var det her. Jeg finnes klar og en ny vaskemasjon. Det er ingenting av hest. Og ukanskje så var helga for en ramming for festen. De hodet bakom høret, livsdagen sko, og akkurat for hardklassøre. Da leker vi to av fem. Pass opp damer, her kjem kveldsmorgen. Bare vent til jeg har kommet i stigen. Da skal du forstå hva det her hudkarjen. Men først må jeg skål og sønge til villsanger. Når jeg våkner i morgen, skal dressjakka på vranga. Torget, her blir det liv. Når jeg kommer inn for meg og for en liv. Når jeg var skrudd på skjermen, her blir liv. Til lands på natta, jeg har ikke det første, for jeg det tar tid och blir charmer. Det är inte enkelt.
Okay, look. Am I going to sit here and pretend like I'm being blown away by what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing? Guys, if you've been watching this channel for any amount of time, you know I'm going to give it to you straight, okay? And let's be honest. Is this impressive? Is there anything about this that you would say is impressive? No. Not even close. Anything I would say is mind-blowing? No, not even close. Was there anything here I would say is amazing? No, not even close. How about great? Anything here that's great? I wouldn't say great, but I would say really good. There's a couple of things that are happening here that are really good. And then there's some things that are pretty good, and then there's some things that are okay. Now, the good news is there's nothing bad. There's nothing negative. There's nothing horrible or terrible or atrocious about what we're seeing and what we're hearing. Nothing that would deserve under a 5. Okay? So we are going to be in the positives. Now, where in the positives? I'm not 100% sure. But I can tell you, it ain't going to be in the 9s and it ain't going to be in the 8s. Okay? Those two are completely out the door. It's good. Like I said, I'm not finding anything negative about it. I have no complaints about it, but I'm having, like, me personally, I'm having a hard time saying I'm enjoying it. It's just not my bag. It's not really doing anything for me personally. But like I said, looking at it objectively, they're not doing anything wrong. And some things they're actually doing right. Some more than others, you know? So we're going to be in the positives. I can promise you that. I'm just not sure where yet. Let's keep going. Let's see how this ends up.
Tusen takk og en fortsatt fin kveld I godvær I Trondheim. Ha det bra!
DDE, alle sammen!
So let me get this straight. They came out and played 2 songs and that was it? Oh man, I hate shows like that. I've played shows like that where we literally go out, we play for 10 minutes and then we're off. It's It's so anticlimactic. It's actually, I'm going to be honest with you folks, it's a little depressing. I really do not like playing shows like that. I mean, look, I'll play whatever show, we can. Any chance to get in front of an audience, I'll take it, but at the same time, it's like, we get enough time for 2 songs? Really? Wow. Okay. Nice. That's a short, sweet set right there. God dang it. There's not a lot to talk about here. There's more questions than anything else. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was DDE with Blir Det Liv. This was a request from Morten Asvag. I know I'm butchering that title. I know I'm hoping I'm at least close. Anyway, there's not really a lot to talk about here. The song is very cut and dry. But I do have a score, and the score might surprise a few people. I don't know. I have to wait and see. But I think it's more questions I have than anything else here. So let's get to it, shall we? On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that a 6.5. Yeah, 6.5. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay. First things first, a 6.5. What does that mean? Well, a 6.5 would translate to a pretty good scale rating because overall, I think it's a pretty good song. Okay, a pretty good overall presentation. How about that? It would also get 3 out of 5 stars and a B- letter grade. So there you go, 6.5, pretty good scale rating, 3 out of 5 stars, and a B, yes, B as in boy, B- letter grade. Now, how did I come up with that score? I think most of you can see where this is going, but I'm still so glad you asked. Okay, if I'm being honest, the song. Okay, it's a very easy song to follow along with. Once you hear the song, like, I wouldn't even say one time through, like halfway through the song, you pretty much got the riff, right? You got the idea, you got the structure of the song, you can see where it's going, you can almost anticipate where it's going to go. So all you got to do now is watch for the cues. Easy enough. I mean, it really is. Songwriting is very simple, very basic. I mean, it works. It absolutely works. Like I've always said, simple can be effective when it's done properly. Well, this is definitely that. For one very specific reason, which we're going to get to in a little bit. But it is simple and effective. So you got to tip the cap to that. And they did absolutely nothing wrong. Like there was nothing that they did that stuck out like a sore thumb. There was nothing that they played that didn't make sense. There was nothing that they performed or made the song go in a direction that didn't make sense. Everything lined up, okay? But at the same time, I'm also not going to sit there and pretend like I'm being blown away by this when I'm not. There's nothing to be blown away by, okay? There just isn't. The song on its own, I'm going to be honest with you, I think if I'm being 100% honest, and I'm sorry if this offends anybody, but if I'm being honest, the song is kind of romper room-ish. It really is, and it's almost like daycare. I mean, it really is. It's got that. I feel like this really kind of leans itself towards like a children's show or something like that, or a family show at the very best. The demographic for this song, even like listening to the people singing in the crowd, that sounded like people ages 8 to 25 is what it sounded like in the crowd. It sounds like that's the demographic. You got kids, teenagers, and young adults, college kids, and that's about it. That's a weird demographic if you think about it, but it's a wide demographic. But listen, everybody buys music. Either they buy it for themselves or they have their parents buy it for them. So, it's not a market that you want to, shoo away, but at the same time, it's kind of hard to strap into that market. I'm curious, is this a group that lends itself towards children? I mean, if it is, that's perfectly fine. It's cool. I got no problem with it. But from what I've heard from the 2 songs I've heard, and seeing the crowd, seeing the show, it really does kind of lend itself towards kids. And like I said, nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. But I would like to know, so my expectations can be set. Should I expect more from this, or is this what we're gonna get pretty much every time? If it is, cool, that's fine. I'll have my bar set, which is nice. If I'm being 100% honest, the song I would really put at just for the song itself, I would put somewhere between a 5.8, 5.9, maybe, possibly 6.0. But I'm really leaning more toward that 5.8, 5.9 range. But I'm giving this a 6.5. What in the world happened? Well, if you've been watching this channel for any amount of time, you already know what I'm going to say. So say it with me, kids.
Sing it out one time.
A live show can help your score, or it can hurt your score. And there's no denying the live show absolutely helped this. There's no denying it. Let's go down the checklist. Let's see what happens here. Stage presence. Like I said the last time, they're getting the stage presence checked. Yes, they don't look like roadies. But there's definitely some very unique style choices within their wardrobe. And they definitely have a certain personality about them. So yeah, I'll give them the stage presence, absolutely, but it's not your typical rock band stage presence. Stage energy, without a doubt, check. Yes, they absolutely have the stage energy. Lots of movement, lots of motion on stage, and not just coming from one person. Everybody on the stage was moving around. Guitar players, bass player, accordion player. The only person that wasn't moving around was the drummer, and that's because he can't, So yeah, stage energy, big check. Stage interaction, big check again, tons. And again, it wasn't just one guy interacting with another guy and that was it. No, multiple people interacting with each other, multiple times, lots of blocking happening within that. And it looked like, I could be wrong, but it looked like it was all planned out. But at the same time, there were some elements where I'm like, I wonder if that was spontaneous. Like when you had the 3 guys come together and doing the bunny hop. I wonder if that was planned or if that was just kind of a, on the fly thing. Like they all kind of gave each other a nod, like, let's do it. And then they decided to do it. I don't know, but I mean, it was interaction and stage energy to boot and showmanship to boot. So yeah, we had a lot of stage interaction happening on there. So that gets a big check. Crowd interaction. Pretty much the entire song was one gigantic crowd interaction. Constantly having the call and response with the crowd. Pretty much through the entire song. This is a festival song, without question. This is the type of song you want to play at a festival. If you're this type of band, absolutely. But the more you can get the crowd involved, the better. And this song absolutely, by its own design, gets the crowd involved. So definitely crowd interaction without question. Showmanship, yeah, another big check. Lots of showmanship happening between the crowd interaction, the stage interaction, and the stage energy. A great show was put on without question. Corny at times, absolutely. Childish at times, you better believe it. But nonetheless, it was being done. At least they were doing something. Unlike so many other bands I've seen on the channel that literally stand there with their feet planted in the ground like trees and sit there and play their instruments without moving, or worse, looking down at their shoes while they're playing the entire time. Man, that, talk about a way to get the crowd. Oh, geez. Anyway, no, they definitely put on a great show. Production? No, there was no production. They're playing in the middle of the day with the sun beating down on them. There's no way you're going to see lights. There's no way you're going to see anything happening. The only thing you might see on stage is cryo. but I don't think they had the budget for it. I don't mean the band, I mean the entire festival. Looking at that stage, I don't think they had the budget for it. But in any case, production is bonus points anyway. It really doesn't matter. Unless you're a production-based band, then your production better be on point. No, but the other 5, they checked off big time. So that's how we were able to boost this score all the way up from, like I said, about a 5. I'm leaning really more toward that 5.8. 5.8 all the way up to a 6.5 because of the live show. So yeah, that's how we ended up with the 6.5. I feel good with that score, and that's where we're gonna stay. So let's wrap everything up here in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We have a 6.5, which is a pretty good skill rating, 3 out of 5 stars, and a B- letter grade. Take your pick, I don't care, whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hope I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.